It's the age-old business question. Should I cut my advertising budget or should I increase it? Today we're going to offer a third option, how to get more out of my advertising spend. We're taught in business school and day one on the job, keep costs low. And that is a really good way to think about business. But we look at advertising sometimes the same way. We see it as an unnecessary expense. Well, I'm sure if you were to ask brands like Ford, Chevy, and Chrysler, what if they turned off their advertising? Would they find that to be an unnecessary expense? Well, many of them have tried, and we've seen that sales plummet, brands tank, brands disappear. There are things that we have to do that we can't avoid, and we have to stop calling them expenses. We have to look at them as investments. We often have a mindset, what I call a tyranny of efficiency, a mindset that we believe we are going to reduce costs to sell more product. That on surface even has a problem if you think about that. We're going to reduce costs to sell more product. Sometimes if you're going to sell more product, you have to increase your cost to get there. You have to have more sales associates, you have to have more phone banks, you have to have more e-commerce capability to sell more product. Why not more advertising? In reality, the advertising cost is going to go up if you want to sell more products. Hopefully, you're going to get more efficient as you increase your investment over time, and it'll be an exponential result. The question should not be how much can I save, but how much can I make? Look at the lifetime value of your customer. Let's take, for example, a pizza sale. If you can get a new customer in the door to buy their first pizza and it costs you $5, and the pizza costs $5, sometimes that doesn't make sense. However, what if that customer comes back and they've never been to your store before, but now they come back for years and it's a weekly experience for them, and they now spend $100 on your brand? Was that $5 investment to acquire a new customer worth that $100 lifetime value? Well, of course it was. Drilling further into the data, we asked, can we reduce that $5 cost per acquisition down to $1? Well, we've done that before at DBA. But the challenge in doing that is eventually the $1 cost per acquisition channels like search and maybe Facebook, they run out of customers. They run out of inventory. And you may only get 20 to 50% of the customer traffic you really want there. And eventually, if you put all of your budget in those two channels, now you're overspending and you're annoying people in a channel where they're seeing the same ad over and over. After 2 impressions, you've effectively reached in Facebook the audience you want to reach. Why are we doing 5 in a week? Add new channels, add new experiences, add Pandora, add Hulu. Add as much as you can within the radius of reach and the target audience you have. We call this hyper-local digital marketing, and we've used it in pizza sales, in banking, we've used it in healthcare, we've used it in organizations that offer services of all kinds. And it always works better than the tyranny of efficiency, which says focus on the channels that have the highest return on investment, the lowest cost per acquisition. That may sound counterintuitive to a lot of people, but when we've looked at the data and we've measured the results, getting the lowest cost per acquisition channel and only focusing on that doesn't sell because there's no crossover communication to that customer in other channels. We know that we work best when advertising shows a billboard on my drive home. We know advertising concludes with a radio spot that I hear as I turn in my driveway. And then as I pull out my iPad in my home to pick out a pizza, I now see another ad. Those 3 ads is the culminating experience of advertising that creates your lowest cost per acquisition. It's the accumulation of advertising, not the targeting and narrowing of advertising that works. Don't fall for the tyranny of efficiency. Add, do not reduce. As a resource to you, as you're looking to increase your sales, improve your advertising investment efficiency, we've created a blog. Click on the link below, and you can look at some ideas of how to be more efficient in your advertising spend and yet create and maximize your sales. We hope this session has been helpful. This is Daniel Bryan. Now do something to disrupt.